In one of the most astonishing financial frauds ever recorded, Chinese fraudster Qian Jimin, dubbed the Crypto Queen, was sentenced in the UK in late 2025 after orchestrating a massive Ponzi-style investment scheme that defrauded more than 128,000 Chinese investors of tens of billions of yuan between 2014 and 2017. Victims were lured into investing in a company called Lantianjiarui, or Blue Sky, which promised unrealistic returns and claimed to be developing innovative products and crypto ventures. Instead, it was a classic pyramid scam. Earlier investors were paid with money from newer investors. When Chinese authorities began closing in, Qian fled in 2017 using forged passports to the UK under the alias Yadi Zhang, where she laundered her illicit gains by converting them to cryptocurrency and attempting to buy luxury properties. In 2018, London police seized 61,000 bitcoins, worth billions, in what became the largest cryptocurrency seizure in UK history. After years on the run living a lavish lifestyle, Qian was finally captured and in September-November 2025 was convicted and sentenced to 11 years and 8 months in prison for money laundering. Her accomplices were also jailed, and authorities are now working through civil proceedings to return frozen crypto assets to victims. Wikipedia +12, Marine fake marine insurance scam. In 2025, an elaborate fake insurance fraud scheme involving a Norwegian shell company called Marine AIS made global headlines for undermining maritime safety and laws. Marine falsely claimed to be a legitimate protection and indemnity (P&I) insurer, authorized to provide coverage for merchant and oil tankers. Investigations by Norwegian broadcaster NRK and maritime watchdogs exposed that Marine had issued fraudulent insurance certificates to over 100 vessels, including oil tankers linked to Russia's Shadow Fleet, ships used to evade sanctions and transport fossil fuels covertly. The scheme involved forged documentation, fake certificates, and a minimal actual workforce, but it allowed sanctioned or high-risk vessels to sail through international waters with supposedly valid insurance. Authorities in Norway charged 4 individuals connected to the operation with forgery and illegal insurance business in March 2025. This scam highlighted how fraud could exploit geopolitical tensions and global trade systems, with serious implications for insurers, regulators, and environmental and safety oversight. Reuters +13. Pakistan, NCCIA corruption and call center scam. In late 2025, Pakistan was rocked by a shocking corruption scandal within its own National Cybercrime Investigation Agency, NCCIA, the very institution mandated to combat cybercrime. Investigators uncovered that senior officers were accepting regular bribes from illegal call centers operating in Rawalpindi and Islamabad that ran online scams targeting both local and international victims. These call centers engaged in phishing, impersonation, and fraudulent banking operations, while corrupt NCCIA officials provided protection in exchange for millions of rupees in monthly bribe payments. Around Rs. $120 million, $1.5 million, was allegedly collected in protection payments over 8 months, prompting major anti-corruption cases and arrests. The scandal revealed systemic problems within anti-cybercrime enforcement in Pakistan and sparked public and institutional calls for reform to restore credibility and effectiveness in fighting fraud. Wikipedia 4. US and UK sanctions against Southeast Asia scam networks. In 2025, a coordinated crackdown by the US and UK targeted large organized Southeast Asian scam operations that had been defrauding Americans of at least $10 billion primarily through online fraud and fake investment schemes. One of the major targets included the infamous Prince Group transnational criminal organization known for building sprawling cyberfraud centers in Cambodia and Myanmar. These networks cultivated sophisticated digital deception tactics, from fake job offers to romance scams, and then laundered proceeds through complex international flows. The sanctions marked the largest ever combined US-UK action against cybercrime networks, signaling a global commitment to disrupt cross-border fraud and cut off the financial infrastructure that scam operations depend on. U.S. Department of the Treasury 5. Interpol Operation H6. Cybercrime financial crime bust between April and August 2025. Interpol coordinated Operation HE6, a comprehensive global financial crime operation involving 40 countries that successfully traced and recovered USD 439 million in assets tied to various cyber-enabled scams, including voice phishing, romance scams, sextortion, online investment fraud, and e-commerce fraud. Law enforcement agencies targeted not just perpetrators, but also recovered hundreds of millions in both government-backed currencies and physical virtual assets. This massive operation demonstrated how international cooperation can dismantle parts of the highly networked ecosystem of digital scams, but also underscored how vast the losses remain worldwide. Interpol.int6, arrest of influencer Blesley in Rs 114 crore online fraud case, India. 2025 also saw high-profile fraud cases in South Asia, including the arrest of social media influencer Mohammed Diligent Blesley, a former Big Boss contestant who was remanded in connection with a Rs 114 crore online investment fraud. Investigators found that Blesley promoted fake high-return investment programs to his followers, diverting investors' funds into crypto and hawala channels instead of legitimate promotional activities. Through mule accounts and crypto conversions, the scammers siphoned off huge sums before authorities stepped in. This case revealed how online influencers with large platforms could be exploited or complicit in promoting fraudulent schemes that deceive followers and undermine trust in digital and crypto markets. The Times of India 7, Minnesota Federal Fraud Scheme Investigation, U.S. In the United States, federal prosecutors in 2025 continued rolling up an industrial-scale fraud case originating in Minnesota, with potential losses amounting to billions of federal dollars. Many of the schemes involved fabricated program eligibility data for pandemic relief and other state-federal programs, including child nutrition, housing, and disability services. Prosecutors reported that more than half of the $18 billion allocated across 14 programs since 2018 may have been fraudulently obtained. The case, rooted in the Feeding Our Future scandal and expanded investigations, exposed dramatic oversight lapses during rapid program expansions and highlighted the massive vulnerabilities scammers can exploit in government aid systems. AP News 8, AI and deepfake scam surge. Fraudulent return claims. In 2025, scam teams began using AI-generated deepfake images and videos to exploit e-commerce refund systems across multiple countries. One especially bizarre case in China involved doctored images of broken goods, like impossibly damaged crabs or ceramic cups, created with generative AI to secure unjustified refunds from online marketplaces. Police even detained perpetrators for these AI-assisted scams. This marked a worrying trend where generative models weren't just used to write scam emails, but to deceive automated return and quality verification systems, blurring lines between technology innovation and fraud vulnerability. Wired 9. AI-powered romance and pig butchering scam networks. Across 2025, law enforcement and cybersecurity researchers documented an alarming rise in AI-augmented romance scams and pig butchering investment frauds, where scammers use AI chat agents and deepfake tools to build emotional trust over weeks before pushing victims into fake cryptocurrency or investment platforms. Reports in late 2025 showed how generative language models were deployed to simulate realistic conversations, boosting scam conversion rates and complicating detection. Researchers noted that AI automation could be a force multiplier for fraud syndicates using social engineering on an industrial scale. This emerging trend pointed to a future where scams will become even more convincing, making digital literacy and platform safeguards essential. RxIV 10, Southeast Asia online loan app and festive season scams. Finally, 2025 also saw vast numbers of consumer frauds involving instant loan apps, fake discounts, and holiday deal scams, particularly in India and globally. For example, loan apps in Telangana saw tens of thousands of fraud complaints, with crores of rupees in losses, while phishing pages posing as legitimate retail discount offers duped shoppers into giving up credit card details. These everyday scams, while smaller per incident, collectively caused massive financial harm and highlighted how fraud economics are evolving at the grassroots level. These ordinary scams remind viewers that fraud isn't only big headline cases, it affects millions in everyday digital transactions.